Let's see. Good, good. Okay, so Mike Nerby here, Intero Real Estate Services, and we got Nerby's Snapshot today. And I'm really glad to have my good friend Coyd Starks here with Take One Marketing. And we're going to dive in on some of what he does here in the Sacramento area and his company. So before we get started, Coyd, when someone asks you what you do, what do you tell them?
I tell them we design, we print, and we deliver flyers door to door with live GPS tracking.
Okay, nice, fantastic. And why don't we just dive in? Kind of, what is your company, and what's the founding story of Take One Marketing?
I'm supposed to save this story for when I get rich, but
Nice.
I'll tell it right now. We started Take One Marketing 11 years ago with a case of paper, 4 bottles of ink, and an inkjet printer, and some tape.
Nice.
That's how we started, and we used to draw on the maps and draw a circle and draw a line. If you went down this street, you draw a line, and if you went down that street, you draw a line, and I'd scan that and send it to the clients and say, this is where we went.
Wow.
But now we have live GPS tracking. We have house counting software. We make routes for the maps so everyone walks in the same unison.
Yeah.
All of our workers are background checked, have a neon safety vest, and name badges too.
Wow.
And we also have a business license and insurance.
That's fantastic. Holy cow. You could really come a long way. You know what I mean?
We've came a long way from scribbling on a piece of paper.
Nice. So, there's a lot of competition out there. There's a lot of people who pass out flyers. What's something that you do different than maybe someone out there who's also doing the flyer business?
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what we bring to the table is 11 years worth of experience. I've learned that customers and clients, they don't grow on trees.
Yep.
So when you acquire a client, you need to do the best job you can do to keep that client happy. The best thing is to pass out all the flyers, and if they get a good response, then hopefully they'll use your service again. But what sets us apart, say in the real estate industry, I kind of keep my ear to the streets. I know what works, what doesn't work. So I advise my clients, kind of like marketing analysis or whatever. I find out what their needs are, and I work with them closely, because if you purchase a campaign from me and we pass out the flyers and we do a very good job, but you don't get results, well then you're not going to be able to afford to continue to use my service.
So true.
We got to get that ROI there,
Yeah.
And so that means it has to work. We don't just have to pass out all the flyers, but it has to actually be a successful campaign. So we can call you back next month and you say, yeah. So I think the most unique thing that we bring to the table that separates us is our experience and our wherewithal when we work with the clients from start to finish in a campaign.
Okay, awesome, cool. And you've been doing this for how many years now?
11 years now.
11 years?
11 years. I stopped counting how many miles I walked after 10,000. I tried to count how many homes we've reached, but I think we've done over 7 million.
Wow, it's amazing.
So
you probably come across a lot of maybe funny stories or a unique situation. Any stories you'd like to share about something in the field, maybe?
Let me think.
Or maybe let's say you were thinking back on when you started the company compared to today. Is there anything that you would tell yourself maybe to do differently, or anything like that?
What would I do differently? I would tell myself that start reading books.
I love it, my man.
Read the E-Myth.
Yeah,
read the
you were
E-Myth.
saying that
Yeah,
before we got on camera, that really had a big effect.
Yeah, that's what I would say. The E-Myth Revisited. I'd read that first before I even started the business, because it gives you perspective, and
Right.
then you won't wear all the hats throughout the business, forever.
Yeah. Good advice. And okay, so who should use, like, what's your ideal client? Who should be using Take One Marketing?
everybody can use Take One Marketing because we do a lot of different things, from business cards, flyers, door hangers, banners, brochures, silk screen, embroidery. But the main gist of our clients are real estate agents, dentists, loan officers, people in the mortgage industry, um, auto dealerships, construction, home improvement, solar, anything, usually big ticket items.
Yeah.
But we also work with nonprofits like the Banana Festival. We got a couple of other nonprofits that we're working with right now too. So basically anyone, from retail to nonprofit, churches. We do flyers for churches, events.
Wow.
We've advertised for Bayside before, Adventure Church, a couple other big ones, like 50,000 piece campaigns.
Wow.
So basically anybody, So it doesn't matter if you want to do 1,000 flyers to seed your farm, or if you want to do 500,000 flyers. We got something for everybody.
That's great. That's great. And okay, so if you were to kind of think into the future of your company or the industry, any tidbits that we could look out for that might be coming down the pipeline?
Well, my dream is to go nationwide.
Oh, hell yeah!
That's my dream.
That's my
dream. My dream is to go nationwide. So I'm digging in and trying to make steps to make that happen.
Awesome. I love it. And lastly, if people want to connect with you and Take One Marketing, use your services or find you, what's the best way for people to do that?
They can find me at takeonemarketing.com, or you can reach me at 916-910-4258.
Nice. Awesome. Coy, thanks for doing this today. I really appreciate it. And I got to say, I love using Take One Marketing, and I know you will as well.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.